So hello future internal auditors. This is a previous year question solving series. First of all, you should have a highlighter in your exam, okay, to highlight important points in the previous year questions. And this is really important thing. Like you can highlight the that you can highlight your material information on the go while reading the question itself. Okay. So now let's just start. This is your paper for your June 24. Okay. So now let's read the first question. Always start reading from the question itself, because sometimes they ask direct questions which are unrelated to the facts of the case. Okay, they ask direct questions. So what they have asked is, if you are a part of audit team, how will you ensure that audit documentation collected meets the criteria set out by audit team leader? That how should be your audit documentation? Like obviously it should be clear, it should be understandable. This is a generic question. This is not related to you. So this is not related to your case study. So you have to search for its answer. Don't waste time reading this. If your question is direct, okay, this is a direct question. So for documentation, go to chapter number 5. We will go to chapter number 5. Like this. General guidelines for preparing of working paper. It should be clarity and understanding, completeness and accuracy, pertinence, logical arrangement, legibility and neatness, safety, initials and date. So now let's see what answer they have provided. So they have provided the same answer, like clarity and understanding, completeness and accuracy. But make sure that your answer is not same as module. So we have given you this answer. So you have to write this. They have asked this question for 3 marks. They have asked this question for 3 marks. This question they have asked for 3 marks. So and mentioned only 2 points. So you write 3 points. Now let me show how to present the answer. Okay. See this. You have to first draw margins in your answer sheet. These margins will help you to reduce your word count, and it will make your paper more presentable. Now for a 3 marks question, 1 page answer is more than enough. Okay, 1 page answer is more than enough. You don't have to write bluff. You don't have to write, you don't have to overwrite things. Okay. So for 3 marks answer, 1 page answer is more than enough. Like you will start while conducting internal audit. We will make sure that following guidelines are being followed. Then write this answer directly. Like clarity and understanding, 2 points for this, and completeness and accuracy. Because it's for 3 marks, write a 1 point extra. Obviously, you cannot 100%, your answer will not 100% match your guideline answers. Since it is an opinion based paper, you can take your opinions also. So you have to write your own answers. So in this way, you have to write answers. Now let's move to next question. So now let's move to next question. Next question is, classify the documents collected into different categories according to their origin and availability. Now we will have to study the facts of the case. Now they are asking for classification of documents collected. So for classifying the documents, this is also in this chapter only. Like this types of document. Like if a document is originated by a third party and held by the third party, then it is most reliable. When it is originated by the third party and held by the organization, then it is more reliable. When creator is organization and held by a third party, then it is reliable. When document is created within the organization and it is held by the third party, so it is reliable. When the creator is also your organization and the document is also held by the organization, so that is reliable only if there are strong internal control. So this is what we have to check. In this question. So now let's read the facts of the question. That headquarters of Mumbai Armament Systems Limited was incorporated on 1st April 2016 as public limited company to be the manufacturing. It is a manufacturing company. For guided missile systems and allied equipments for defense sector forces, company is equipped with latest plant and machinery. Apart from access to updated techniques and supported by standard operating procedure, the company's revenue increased from 250 crores to 600 crores in a period of 3 years. Through a combination of internal growth and acquisitions, the company required additional internal auditing expertise and resources to meet new and changing compliances and internal control requirement. According to SAR and Company Chartered Accountant is appointed to evaluate the effectiveness and adequacy of the following processes: procurement, risk management, and internal controls. So they are hired to check this. Okay. The main objective to be achieved for procurement process was ensuring compliance with international trade, as more than 60% of raw material is being imported. Then identifying opportunity, cost saving, identifying potential fraud, corruption and conflict of interest areas. While carrying out the risk assessment, internal audit team observed that management would not be alerted if there was either undue preference being given to a specific vendor or an undesirable demand being placed or any one vendor. Further, on many instances, purchases were made from dealers instead of manufacturing, leading to extra cost to the company. Internal audit team thought that these types of circumstances are exceptional in nature. Audit team carried out the internal audit, keeping audit objectives in mind, and randomly collected the following documents. Now they have collected the following document. Our question was related to classify the document. What they have collected: purchase invoices issued by ABC Limited. Purchase invoices issued by ABC Limited. Now our company is ASL Limited. They have purchase invoices issued by ABC Limited. So ABC Limited has generated the invoices and it is held by the party. It is held by the organization. So third party origin and held by the organization. So it is more reliable. This will be more reliable. Then purchase orders given to tab. Now they are created by origin and held by the third party. They are held by the third party. So these will be reliable. Then transfer documents from store to production department. This is within the department only. So this will be reliable. This will be reliable if there are strong internal controls. Now let's check the answer. So purchase invoices, document which have their origin in hands of third party, held by the organization, are more reliable. Then purchase order given to tab, document which have their origin in hands of organization and held by the third party, they are reliable. And similarly in third case, they are reliable only if internal control is effective and approved as per the delegation of authority. Approved as per the delegation of authority. So this is what we have to keep in mind. Okay. Then next question they have asked is relating to what kind of information should be included in audit documentation for exceptional circumstances during internal audit. So this is a question about content of audit document. What kind of information should be included in audit documentation for exceptional circumstances and encountered during internal audit. Now, how to deal with exceptional circumstances in audit documentation? For this, this is a question relating to your audit documentation. Now, this is question related to your checklist for audit documentation. Like when you are doing audit documentation, how you have to perform audit documentation. So as we have mentioned, put up a tag on audit documentation checklist. So this question has been asked from here. Where in exceptional circumstances, new or additional audit procedures are performed, new or conclusions are reached, the date of audit report, whether the following were documented, the circumstances incurred, the new or additional audit procedure performed, audit evidence obtained, and conclusion reached, and their effect on the auditor's report. So this is what you have to write for 3 marks. However, if this question comes for 5 marks, then how will you attend this question? Like if they have asked you whole audit checklist, like this document checklist, this you cannot write for 5 marks. This is so huge. Okay. So for that purpose, you can write this audit checklist, this checklist. You can write this checklist. If the question comes for 5 marks, then you can write down audit documentation checklist. Then you can use this checklist. This checklist you can use. However, for 3 marks question, if they are asking questions from within this, then you have to write this one. So put up a tag here, documentation checklist, page number 123. Here you have to put up a tag. Okay. Then let's see what they have answered. So again, they have answered the same. Where an exceptional circumstances, new or additional audit are performed, the circumstances incurred. So they have given the same answer. Then your next question is RST, a manufacturing company engaged in the business of various types of yarns, appointed KSB and company chartered accountants as internal auditors of the company for financial year 2024 and 25. Statutory auditors wanted to have a meeting with internal auditors to discuss some significant matters and areas where internal auditors should concentrate, and the type of documentation that should be made by internal auditors so that it can be reviewed by the statutory auditors in case serious lapses are pointed out by the internal auditors. Management of RST Limited objected to this by saying that statutory auditors are not concerned anyway with the works performed by KSB and Limited. How statutory auditors deal with this situation? So basically they are saying कि internal audit and statutory auditor, they are not related to each other. So the question is all about statutory auditor and internal audit, like how internal audit and statutory audit are related. So where you will go? You will go to chapter number 1, applicability. Chapter number 1, applicability. Okay. Chapter number 1, applicability. Does it give additional benefit when statutory audit is already done? Yes, internal audit gives additional benefit even when statutory audit is conducted. This is your answer. Like, yes, internal audit gives additional. So this is what you have to write, that internal audit complements your statutory audit. Then you have to give a conclusion. Internal audit is necessary, not as duplication of statutory audit. But they have provided a different answer. They have provided a different answer. They have provided a answer that as per Caro Rule 3, as per Caro Rule 15, the statutory auditor's report on accounts of a company to which this order applies shall include a statement on following matters. So this answer is not that relevant to the question. So you can write your own answers also. This is an opinion based paper. Okay. So from this you will not be able to find it from Caro. Okay. From this you are drawing a conclusion that how internal audit and statutory audit complement each other. So your answer will also be right. So they have given a mixed answer. They have given is mixed answer. The aspects of statutory auditor need to consider while reporting whether the reports of internal auditor for the period under audit were duly considered by him are given below. Internal auditor is completed as per the plan and reports are made available sufficiently in time. In case required, a meeting with internal to discuss the implementations. So they have given a mixed answer. They have given a mixed answer. This answer is not clear. Like if we check the Caro, if we are checking our Caro, so this does not make any sense here. Okay. Like you can write this mixed answer. So they have given this: verify if the company's internal audit system commensurate with size and nature of the business, confirm with internal audit report were considered by statutory auditor or not. So they have given this clause after they have given a mixed answer. So this is an opinion based answer they have given. This is an opinion based answer they have given. Okay, so you can give your also opinion based answer also. Okay, no need to worry about that. Then next question is: Perth Teach Limited started the business of manufacturing of cycles and cycle part in Ludhiana, achieved the good success since then. It manufactured and exports cycle of all categories of sport. PTL provide job work services also for auto components manufacturing company. The company keeps launching for new products to expand its reach. Internal audit teams has worked brilliantly over the last 2 financial years and has ensured that non-compliances are very rare and controls are operating effectively. Documents of internal auditor includes the details of controls implemented at various levels as below. So they have given you some controls, like which controls are implemented. So they have given some variety of controls. Now let's see what they have asked in question. What is the requirement of the question? So they are saying you are required to explain why internal control should exist and comment whether the above table represent the correct classification of control. Correct classification of control. So when we are talking about control, then the thing that comes to our mind is chapter number 3. Control means chapter number 3. This is control and this is our chapter number 3. Now let's see which types of control are implemented. So these are the controls, like preventive, detective, input and output. So they have given us these questions. We have to reshuffle them in order of preventive, detective, input and output. So segregation of duties, like these are done prior to audit. So this will be your preventive control. Then background verification, this also will be your preventive control. So in this question, they have asked you to reshuffle them, reshuffle these controls in order of preventive, detective, input and output. You have to reshuffle all of them. Okay, you have to reshuffle these. So let's see how they have reshuffled. So like segregation of duties. So they have covered that organizations are required to establish and maintain a system of internal control sufficient to ensure that transactions are excluded in accordance with management authorization. Access to asset is permitted only with proper authorization and accounting records reflects that exist assets. Correct classifications control are as below. तो इन्होंने यहाँ पे इसको they have corrected the classification, like segregation of duties, rotation of jobs, background verification, prior approval, firewall, computer and server backups. So these are all your preventive controls. Like from here you can verify them. So these all will come under your preventive controls, and these all will come under your detective controls. These all will come under your input controls. These all will come under your output controls. So this is how you can reshuffle these controls. Okay. So this was a question of reshuffle. Then next question they have asked is, a company has 25 branches. Draft a audit plan to monitor sales activity and receivables. The total sales of company in India is 200 crore and outside is 100 crore. What would be the possible control weakness in sale activities, and what should be the control feature in an activity of this kind? So this question is not given in your book. Like, they have given a audit plan, the audit plan format they have given in book is totally different from the audit plan they have given in suggested answer. Like, they have defined their own format. So you can also provide your own format. There is no restriction. There is no restriction on providing any format. This is an opinion based paper. Like, they have asked a generic question, you can give a generic reply also. Like, for the purpose of your sales activity, what you will check, like dispatch from factory to branches, then dispatches at branches, then invoicing, then receivables. So you can write any of the checklist point here. Then possible control weaknesses, like you can suggest 2 or 3 points here, like goods dispatch but not billed, good dispatch more but invoiced, raised less, payment not received against bill, excess credit to customer, unauthorized credit notes, reversing revenue and misappropriating money, teaming and leading, then payment received. So you can write your own answers also. Sir, how to write your own answers? Sir, from where we can write our own answers? Sir, come to chapter number 8. This is your industry wise checklist library. Like, what you will do, evaluation of bill of material. Like, if it is a manufacturing industry, then evaluation of bill of material. If it is a financial service industry, then what you will check, adherence to RBI and SEBI IRD guidelines. So like this, you can define your own opinions also. You can define your own opinion based audit plan also. Like, this type of audit plan you can define based on this library. Okay. So some questions are out of box also. No need to worry, no need to panic. If you are not finding this question in module, don't waste your time. It is an opinion based question. It is not a direct question. Then the annual procurement of raw material by a company is 200 MT of steel and 100 MT of copper. The copper is used in winding for starter motors made by the company. The management gets the winding done by a third party. The board is of the opinion that copper consumption is not as per bill of material and is excessive. Draft an internal audit program to detect anomalies, if any, in the copper consumption. So like, this is a situation based question. This is not in book. Like, they have given you a situation. Now they are asking you to draft an internal audit plan based on this situation. For this situation, you have to check this only. Okay. So like this, they have given answer: copper issued from the store. Check the amount of copper, that whether the amount is correct, or check the amount of copper issued from store. Then number of starter motors issued. Like, this is what you will check. Now, the facts of the question, you will check this question. You will check the facts of the question only. Like, they have provided you in the facts that procurement of raw material, like whether procurement was done correctly or not, whether the weight was measured accurately or not. So these are kind of generic questions that you can ask. So they have asked very, very generic questions: entry in job worker register, amount of copper required by bill, number of starter motors, then normal loss in process of winding up, reconcile total weight, return of scrap copper. So this is a situational question. This is not a question from your syllabus. This is a situational question. So questions can come from outside the syllabus also, and some questions can be situational questions also. Like, this is a situation based question. So you have to attend your question as per this situation. You don't have to waste your time in searching the module. If you are getting the answers within 5 to 10 minutes, that is that is fine. And if you are getting your answer within 10 to 15 minutes, okay, then it is fine. If you are not getting answer, then write your own answer. Don't wait for answer. Like, if this is a situation based question, it is an opinion based paper, you can write your own answers. You have to make sure that you are attending 100% of the paper. Okay. Don't panic. Don't stress that I did not find this question in module. What will happen? This is an opinion based paper. So this is the marking scheme. These formats are not given anywhere in the module. Okay. So need not to worry about that. You can write your own opinion also. You can give your you can give your own opinions also. You can give your own procedures also. There is no restriction in that. Then next is your question number 3. Exim Bank Limited is operating a major cities in India since year 2009 with customer satisfaction score of 9 out of 10. Reason for such a good score is that bank is leader in implementing latest technologies for customer service and advancements of operations. Information Technology Department of ABL has implemented the following 2 technology tools. Like for early NPL warning, it is an enterprise software application that allows bank to predict NPL with high accuracy. For this, the software combines AI, machine learning, behavior analytics on banking and dynamic external data. Finance Key for simplifying treasury operations. Finance Key automates and centralizes treasury operations management. The software provides a dynamic dashboard for liquidity, payment and compliance management. It delivers self-service reporting and real-time visibility into banking data, automating payments and treasury workflows. Like question, what is the question? You are also part of internal audit team and have been asked to discuss areas where the team should focus in these circumstances. This question looks like it is asking for your audit of bank, but this is not asking for your audit of bank. This is asking for your technological tools. Okay. So it is asking for your IT tools that you have enabled in your banking system, the software you are using, the AI and machine learning behaviors and analytics of banking, that software you have implemented. So which type of audit is being done here? It will be IT systems audit, information technologies audit. So like we will go to information, IT and systems audit. So here we have put up a tag on IT systems audit. We will open this page directly. So here is our IT systems audit. Like we will check these things. So let's see this. So they have given this answer only. Security and private system security. Then governance and management should review the governance structure to place adequate controls. Okay, data backup, performance monitoring. Then your regulatory compliances. So like you don't have to give a copy paste answer. You can give this answer. Okay, you can give this answer. We have rearranged this answer. So you can give this answer also. Like this answer is not writable in 5 marks. You cannot write this answer in short time. So you can use this answer. You can use this answer and like give some clues from the questions also. You have to make an appropriate mix of answers. Like you have to use this as your reference material and then you have to mix it up with facts of the questions to give a complete answer. You have to mix and match things. Okay. Then next question is established over 3 decades in 1985 by visionary Ravinder Singh. TANN stands tall as quality driven FMCG company. Its brands had evolved into a household name. Synonyms with bread and bakery excellence, particularly dominating the markets of North India based in Jalandhar. Its head office is heartbeat of its operation, overseeing a network of 10 cutting edge manufacturing plants strategically spread across North and Central India. 10 management has received a notice from State Pollution Control Department for submitting a compliance report on water and waste management systems implemented by the company for complying and submitting the required data. Raj, who has worked as a head of preventive maintenance department, machinery and pollution control equipment, has last 3 years has been entrusted the task. Like this was the person who was working as head of preventive maintenance department for last 3 years has been entrusted this task. Considering his capability and experience in the said department, he has been asked to do audit of environmental compliance of the company. Environmental audit will also help the company to identify potential environmental risks, mainly water pollution that may arise from their operations for controlling water pollution, water treatment. Then Raj was hesitant to carry out entrusted tasks and requested management to assign responsibility to some other person. In your opinion, why Raj was hesitant to accept the given role? How should TAN make sure that such type of situation does not arise in the future? Now, what they have asked in question, that person who was employed was their employee. Okay. Now he is hesitant to take this role. What the company should do to make sure that such type of situation does not arise in future? So this is a common sense question. That first of all, as per the provisions, employee can be your internal auditor. However, if he is not accepting that audit role, then appoint an independent auditor, then rotate the auditors. So in this way, you have to give your common sense based answer. So they have given a common sense based answer. Like one of the significant challenges is conflict of interest. Like internal auditors are employees of the company and they are expected to report operations to the business objectively. However, auditors may be hesitant to report negative findings if it could jeopardize their job security or relation with their colleagues. In this case also, one of the significant challenges of internal auditor is managing the conflict of interest. Mr. Raj was hesitant to accept the given role because of conflict of interest. Then organization can take following precautions: develop and communicate clear policies, ensure auditor independence, rotate the auditors, then encourage open communication, foster a culture of transparency. So like from this type of questions, you are getting an idea, like questions can come based on your opinion drafting also, questions can come based on your understanding also. So you have to develop your understanding. As we have studied in our lectures, we have to develop an understanding of internal audit. So you can give your own opinion also. This is the opinion based paper. If you cannot find the questions directly in your book or in your study material, then you can give your own opinion also. You don't have to leave answer blank. Okay. Then next question is, Vertical is a private, is an Indian private sector bank. Let's see what the question they have asked. Considering the above answers, whether the provision calculated is correct. If not, calculate the correct provision relating to made on NPS. What features of banking operations make internal audit of bank challenging? So they have asked direct questions based on this. They have not asked anything from this. So let's see whether they have made correct provisions or not. Like this question is related to banks, then we will go directly to bank part. Okay. So they have made provisions like for standard assets, they have made provisions of 25 lakhs. Now let's see how provisions should be made. So provisions should be made in this format. So standard assets, apart from SME and agriculture, it should be 0.40%. It should be 0.40%. So we will make 0.40% of this. So it comes to 40 lakh. So we will make 40 lakhs here. Okay. So correct answer is 40. Then standard in commercial and real estate. Standard in commercial real estate. So CRE stands for commercial real estate loans. Then you have to make 1% provision. So 500 into 1%. Then it is 5. And it is 5. Okay. So this. Then next is substandard asset. 3500 lakh. For substandard asset, you have to make 15% direct provision, and if there is any unsecured portion, then you have to make 10% and 5% for infra advances. However, for your substandard assets, you directly have to just calculate 15%. So it should be at 15%, like 3500 into 15%. So you have to give 3500 into 15%. So it should be 525 lakhs. Okay. Then doubtful, secured and 18th month category, like doubtful assets. This is a secured portion. 18-month category, like it is more than 1 year and less than 3 years. So you have to make provision for 40%. You will make provision of 40% for 1000 into 40%. It is 400. You have to make 400. Then doubtful, unsecured and 18 months category. Unsecured portion for 18-month category. 100% you have to make. So you have to make 100% of 500. Okay. So like this you have to make. Then next they have asked is, what features of banking operation makes internal audit of banks challenging? So they have given this answer, like features of banking operation that make internal audit bank challenging. So this answer is also given here. This is given here. Like features of banking operation, voluminous and complex of transaction, wide geography. So you have to read it multiple times so that you are able to spot these answers immediately. So your time is saved for spotting the answers. Okay. Then let's come to next question. So next question they have asked is, the internal auditor carried out confirmation of balance exercise with all suppliers. There were 568 suppliers and result were as follows. Positive confirmation 200, discrepancies noted by supplier 100, no responses 268. One of the suppliers asked for refund of 145314 based on confirmation letter. What action should the internal auditor take? इसके अंदर internal auditor क्या है? So this is a situation based question. Situation based. This is situation based. You cannot find answer in book. Okay, this is a situation based question. So what they have provided in answer, the supplier should be asked for copy of supply. Obviously, na. Like what you will ask the original copy of invoice that was being issued to you. You will ask for some proof, or you will ask some document from that. So they have given statement of accounts to reconcile, copy of delivery challans, the payment made to supplier, reconciliation of statement. The internal auditor will also verify store inventory entries. After the verification of internal auditor may recommend the payment. Like after the auditor is satisfied that this is a genuine supplier, you will check the genuinity of the supplier, that whether this supplier is genuine or not. When the auditor is satisfied that this supplier was genuine, so then he can recommend that payment. Like after reading this type of questions, you will be enough equipped to deal with situation based questions. So situational questions can also come in internal audit exams. In course of internal audit, the following factors came to light regarding GST of ABC Trust. The institution has exempt income of 2 crores. No invoice has been raised. No GST liability exists on this. Then there is non-exempt income of 3 crore which is received. GST notice have been raised and GST has been paid on them. There is also a non-exempt income for 4 crore which has not been received or billed. No GST has been paid on this amount. Even GST at the rate 18% is payable. No invoices has been raised. What action the internal auditor report recommend in this report, and what corrective action should be recommended? Like for GST is payable and you are not paying GST and you are not issuing invoices. So what auditor should recommend? It should recommend that issue invoices and pay GST. So simple, na? So they have written this only. Following are to be brought out in internal audit report. The bifurcation of income, trust as exempt, 2 crore with respect to which no invoices has been raised. Non-exempt of income with respect to GST. पहले तो उसको bifurcate करेगा कि कौन से आपके exempt थे, कौन से आपके non-exempt थे. Then non-exempt payment of 4 crore with respect to with no GST invoices has been raised and no GST has been paid. तो bifurcate करेगा कि कौन कौन से आपके exempt थे, कौन कौन से आपके non-exempt थे और कौन कौन से आपके non-exempt थे जिन पे GST भी आपने पे नहीं किया और किस पे आपने GST पे कर दिया. इस तरह से इसको तीनों कैटेगरीज में इसको बाइफरकेट कर दिया. द कंट्रोल सिस्टम्स आर नॉट वर्किंग एज नो इनवॉइसेज आर रेज्ड इफ इनकम इज नॉट रियलाइज्ड. द इनवॉइसेज शुड बी रेज्ड एज पर द अकाउंटिंग पॉलिसी ऑफ द ट्रस्ट एंड ड्यू जीएसटी हैज टू बी पेड. वही ना कि अगर जीएसटी आपका पेबल था तो भाई उसको पे करके काम खत्म करो. सो दिस इज हाउ यू हैव टू गिव ओपिनियंस. So he has bifurcated them according to the question. So this was also a situation based question. So this is how you deal technically with questions. There should be a complete revamp of the system so that income is accounted for. Invoices should be raised for all income, whether in exempt, receivable or taxable. कि आपको invoice तो issue करना ही है. अब taxable है कि नहीं, आप invoice तो issue करोगे. As a standard, as a good accounting practice, you have to issue all the invoices. So this is a generic opinion they are giving. Also, the trust needs to claim tax exemption for which proper invoices and accounts documents are necessary. So like this, you can draft your own opinion also. If you are having some other opinion which is not matching to this answer, need not to worry. You can have your own opinion also. You can write your own opinion also. You can write general opinions also. Okay. So need not worry about that. There can be multiple opinions to this answer. There can be multiple answers. Next is Telemanufacturing Limited has a raw material consumption of 50 crore per annum. It maintains a store consumption record. During the course of audit, the following facts came to light. There has been adverse material variance 3 crore and reason for the same are usage variance 1 crore, price variance 2 crore. Draft an internal audit report to the board highlighting these facts. You may assume the reasons for variance which should be highlighted in the report. Like there is a variance. Like what could be the reasons for variance in your raw material? Like there can be moisture issues. There can be weightment issues, like the weight machine is not working properly, or there can be like short circuit happened in the company. Like this kind of reason, any reason you can assume. So let's see what type of formatting they have given for your internal audit report. My dear friends, you don't have to write in this format. This is not appropriate for 5 marks. You have to draft your report like this. Okay. So first of all, you have to draw margins. Then give a heading. Internal audit report is as follows. Then start the internal audit report. So first of all, address it to the board of directors like Telemanufacturing Limited. Then subject internal audit report on material consumption. You have to leave space here to make the text look justified. Like your report should look justified. It should look like you have given an original report. It should not look like an answer. So presentation matters in exams the most. Okay. So in this way, you have to present your report. Now, what points you will give? Like for example, you will take up the points from question only. Okay. So you have to follow this format. Like for 5 marks format, we have this standard format. Okay. This is the format of internal audit report. So first of all, you will give an introduction. Like this internal audit report has been prepared in accordance with all the guidelines and applicable accounting policies and standards. So you will write this in 1 line only, like introduction. This report is prepared in accordance with applicable guidelines. Only 1 liner. Don't write bluff. Don't write too much long answers. Okay, it will save your time and it will make your answer very presentable and technically sound also. Then next is you will define the scope of audit. Now what you will check in scope of audit? Examination and evaluation of adverse material variance of 3 crore. The statement which has been asked in your exam, like adverse material variance. So this is the scope of audit. Now you are hired to do audit of this. So you will write, we will be checking examination and evaluation of adverse material variance of 3 crore. Methodology. Then review of procurement and process. Review of procurement and process. Then observation and findings. Like there was a quality control issue, segregation of duties का issue था, authorization controls का issue था. Like there is a specific point that you can give is quality control issue, but you can also give some generic point. Like there was no segregation of duty due to which quality suffered. Like there was no authorization, no proper authorization to employees. So like this you can give your like this you have to present your answer. Then you are giving your observation and findings. Like this, these are some generic generic observations that are applicable to each and every industry. Like why you are hiring internal auditor? Because there is a mismatch in your internal controls. Obviously, internal controls are not at your place. That's why you are doing internal audit, or you have to make them in place. So for that purpose, these are some points that are usually applicable to everyone. Okay. So like this, you can give your 2-3 points like quality control issue, segregation of duty, authorization and controls. Then you have to give your root cause analysis, like why this happened. Like inadequate internal controls were there, lack of oversight was there, then moisture was there. Then recommendations, regular internal audit should be there, training and awareness should be there, then quality testing measures should be there, then maintenance should be there. Sir, where you have provided recommendations? Sir, see these recommendations. Okay. Like these are some general recommendations. You can write segregation of duty should be there, implementation of authorization protocols, regular internal audit should be there. Like this point, you can fit anywhere. If there is a problem in any internal audit process, so what you can recommend? That regular internal audit should be done. Okay, compliance with statutory requirements. So these points, no one can deny these points. No one can deny these points. These all points are technically correct. These all are technically correct. And these all are universal in nature. These all are universal in nature. Like you have to provide training and awareness. So this point is also technically correct. So like this, you can write your 3-4 points like training and quality testing measures, maintenance. Then last, give a conclusion. Auditor highlights that. Now from where you will draw conclusion, like this is your library. This was your library for your opinions. Like whichever fits your situation best. Like for this situation that this suggestion was falling very good. Like auditor highlight that even small errors when repeated can lead to major loss over a period. So this opinion is fitting to this situation. You can write this. Auditor highlights that even small errors when repeated can lead to major loss over a period. Then at last you have to give for ABC and associates. Write this properly. Okay. Like Mr. A senior partner, then write his membership number, then place and date. So like this, it makes your answer very presentable and it looks like a very professionally written answer. You don't have to write answer like a CS executive student. Okay. You are CS professional student. Your answer should be technically correct. So this is how you have to attend a drafting question. So this was a question for drafting. Then next is your question number. Now let's see what they have given. So they have also given substance, material quality issue, machine breakdown, erratic power supply, worker not being very properly trained. Obviously, so these like generic reasons are technically correct only. So remedial measure, proper procurement planning, worker should be properly trained, effective power backup should be there, machine maintenance should be scheduled, phased program of purchase and new CNC machine may be drawn up. So you can write this also, you can write that also. Both are technically correct, need not worry about anything. Then next question is optional question. Next is your optional question. Question number 4A. The management of ABC Private Limited has appointed AAA and Company Chartered Accountant as internal auditors of the company, which is also a statutory auditor of ABC Private Limited. So यार ये तो clear ही हो गया. Statutory auditor cannot be internal auditor. So ये तो कितना direct question था. So if you ask me कि सर इन दोनों में से 4 में से और 4A में से मैं कौन सा attempt करता, तो मैं तो 4A attempt करता. Because sir this is a direct question ना. Is appointed as internal auditor of the company. Is it valid? Answer is no, it is not valid. It is not valid. As per section 8, internal auditor shall either be a chartered accountant or cost accountant or such other professional. As per 144 of the Companies Act, an auditor appointed under this section shall provide to company only such other services as approved by the board of directors to the audit committee as may be, but which shall not include inter alia internal audit, whether such services are rendered directly or indirectly to the company or its holding or subsidiary company. The internal auditor may or may not be employee of the company. However, statutory auditor shall not be appointed as internal auditor of the company. Statutory auditor shall not be appointed as internal auditor of the company. So simple, so easy. Then next is Forex Limited has appointed CA Ravi as its internal auditor in the current financial year for a period of 3 years. Till last, internal auditor used to give detailed observation to the concerned departments for comments before preparation of the final internal audit. Management has requested the new internal auditor that beside carrying out internal audit, how can internal audit function be helpful tool for management? CA Ravi has not worked on this type of scope of work and was in dilemma how to handle concerns of management. Can you guide CA Ravi in understanding the concern by listing down some areas where internal audit functions as an effective tool that can help management? So in this question, they are asking why internal audit is an effective tool of management. How internal audit can help the management. So for this question, like this question is not from our process flow. This is from like this is not pre-audit. This is not during. This is a question that is. This is a question. This is a knowledge-based question. Okay. This question is not from process flow. This is not fitting in process flow. This is a generic nature of question. So if so where you will find this in chapter number 2. You will find this in chapter number 2. जिसमें आपका पूरी दुनिया का ज्ञान you have to find this in chapter number 2. Okay. So in chapter number 2, you will find this in chapter number 2 or chapter number 9. Here, why internal audit is a vital management tool? This is your answer. मिल गया ना? यही है ना? So write this. So this is what you have to write. Internal audit has become an important management tool for following reason. Independent evaluation हो जाता है इससे, then reliable MIS reporting, internal control effectiveness and data assurance, then management by systems, conflict resolution, compliance assurance, strategy support and all that stuff. So this was about this. Then your next question is Absolute Health, a hospital networking offering end-to-end healthcare services. Let's ask what is the question, then we will come to here. Matter was taken up by internal audit department and one of the team member have asked to prepare checklist for identifying the control system working and its weakness disbursement area before starting the actual audit work. You are required to assist the team member in preparing cash disbursement checklist and questionnaire. Logic, direct question. This is a direct question. Need not to read the fact of the case. Cash disbursement checklist or question for the same area. So where is your cash disbursement checklist? So we have put a documentation checklist, internal control questionnaire. So this is your cash disbursement internal audit questionnaire. So you can put this questionnaire exactly upward. Okay. So this is a direct copy paste answer from module. Cash disbursement. You can reduce the length of these points also. Okay. Like if you are not able to write this much in your exam, just make sure the formatting is same. Like first point or second point is same. Then you can do a simple trick is that you can reduce the length of these very points. Okay. Again, this is a copy paste answer. So directly write this answer. You can reduce the length of these points also. No need to write full lines. You can reduce the length of this also. However, if question comes like these are your standard checklist given, like these are some directly writable checklists that are given in module. Apart from them, if something extra has been asked, if something comes out of the box, so we have provided some additional ICQs here also. These are apart from module. So if question comes outside, so we have provided some additional internal control questionnaire also, like procurement and purchase, your grants and compliances, then your fixed asset disposal, revenue leakage, fraud risk. This is general. So like this is not, this is apart from this, you can refer this also. So if question comes from here, you have to write this. So I hope you find this session helpful.